Yo, what is up, Wastelanders, and welcome to a Fallout 76 guide on the new reputation system released with Wastelanders. This will be a little bit more of a noob-friendly guide that will actually have a walkthrough of exactly what you do and what everything looks like on the maps and whatnot. I'd like it to break it into a few parts, the first being an overview of what is reputation, how do you see it, how do you get it, the kinds and the ranks, and the experience or reputation points needed to get to said ranks. The main part of this will be an actual walkthrough of the 3 dailies that give reputation in the game, and then we'll do another bonus part that is the additional secondary small options for additional unlimited amounts that are not dailies that slowly rack up if you have a bunch of time and are just trying to grind additional reputation. At the end, we'll go over the rewards that reputation is tied to. So let's get into this. Overview, what is reputation? It is a new progression system that came out with the Wastelanders update. There currently are only 2, and there's more coming in the seasonal updates in 2020, confirmed in one of the inside the vaults. You can view it in the social tab by hitting Control and Tab at the same time where your friends are. You scroll up to the top right and you can see it. It's Raiders and Settlers. As you can see, I'm neighborly in both. I'm an absolute sliver away from finishing and being ally in Raiders, and I'll put up all the ranks up on the screen right now for you to see. As you can see, there are hostile, cautious, neutral, cooperative, friendly, neighborly, and ally. You start in the negative reputation when you're doing the main quest associated with Wastelanders. Through the Wastelanders update and all the main quests, your choices of how you do those quests, the side quests, is how you get into the cooperative and friendly area with either of them. Not everybody's journey will be the same, and your decisions do matter. I recommend doing everything up to each point in the Raiders and Settlers quests till there's no, a little bit of a spoiler, but when you're doing those quests, there will be a time when you have to make a decision. When you get to that point, stop doing that specific one, being Raiders or Settlers, and then do everything up to that point, the other one. This will give you the maximum amount of reputation right away in the same day. It's the best way to do it. Do all the quests, do all the side activities that are with it before you even think about doing the dailies and whatnot, which gets into the second part of this. You need to do dailies after you beat the main quest. They are not unlocked until you do that, and I highly recommend you rush to this point as fast as you can while still enjoying the game, because you need to start getting these dailies rolling. The next part of this guide is the actual walkthrough. If you don't want to go through this with me, there are timestamps in the descriptions if you just want to get to the secondary amounts that you can do all day, every day, and aren't tied to the dailies, and also the rewards and whatnot will be timestamped as well. The very first place I like to go to, I'll show you on the map, is Foundation. This is one of the 3 areas that activate one of the 3 dailies that you can get. This will be vital equipment. It'll activate as you fast travel here, and it just tells you to talk to Ward. This is Ward. He is responsible for everything, basically reputation gaining for the Settlers. This is where you also turn in photos for daily reputation from the other daily and everything like that. The quest is very simple. You just follow it, you'll get it, bring it back, whatever. That's how you get the reputation for him. I like starting there first. Then we swing over to the Overseer's home. Once you get here, photo opportunity will start. It actually popped up on my screen so you can see. You simply just talk to Davenport in the basement next to the Overseer, and he'll tell you to take pictures, 2 pictures specifically, and that can be at Crater or the Foundation and around those areas. If you want reputation for the Settlers, you want to take pictures of Crater, and if you want reputation to increase with Crater and the Raiders, then you need to take pictures of Foundation, and you turn in those pictures to their respective leaders and whatnot, and that's just how you get those. It's super easy, it's super quick. One small caveat with this is to get this daily to activate or pop on your screen in your daily tab, you have to have working camera, the ProSnap Deluxe or whatnot. So you need that with camera film, or otherwise the daily won't even activate. That's a whole nother guide to get that, and it was with the Tadpole update that came out like a year ago or so. So if you guys don't have the camera yet, There'll be a guide for that as well. The third daily location in the walkthrough is Crater. This is it on the map. It's in the very north. We'll travel there. This one popped on the screen as well. Daily, the importance of communication. So just a quick thing here with Crater and the Raiders. This is the one that actually has a chance for 2 different dailies. It's random. They give you more or less the same reputation. They're both easy. It doesn't really matter, but it's 2 different quests. So it's either the retirement plan, which you talk to Roxy and Crater, or it's the importance of communication, which is also in Crater, and you just talk to Ren instead. They're slightly different quests. Roxy's probably a little better because it's, I would say, fast. So you just run and kill somebody, where the importance of communication, you have to like find 3 little module things and repair it and then bring it back to her. I mean, they're both easy, but you get the point. And we'll run and show you those guys really quick here. I mean, they can be kind of wandering around. Roxy's always in the middle area. There'll be a marker on her as well if you get that one. This is Roxy. That's what she looks like. And then Ren's always in the communication hub, which is also where you sometimes have to take pictures of. And that's Ren. So those are the 2 Crater quest givers, and where all the reputations kind of built in for those. So those are the 3 main dailies. These are going to give you by far the most reputation. So if you're thinking, you know, how much reputation they give, they all have a base reputation gain of the 200 for the main ones. So if you do, let's say, vital equipment that daily in the Foundation with Ward, you get 200. But there's a small caveat that's up on the screen. So like, if you do not take the reward and donate it, let's say, to Ward, then you get 250 reputation. Always do this unless you really need the caps or something. There's infinite different ways to make caps. There's only a few ways to get reputation. Take the 250 and move on. The second is going over the differences in dialogue with the Crater and Raiders. With the retirement plan with Roxy, you want to always say, up on the screen, Appalachia has a new corpse, and you receive 225 reputation instead of 200. For importance of communication with Ren and Crater and the Raiders, you decline the reward and you get 225 instead of 200. And for the photo opportunity, the other thing with that is you always have to go back to Davenport after turning in the pictures to the reputation people, either Ward or Roxy, and then he'll give you the 3 treasury notes and it'll finish the quest. You get 3 treasury notes for all 3 of these, so you get 9 treasury notes a day. You need 20 treasury notes a day to get 200 gold bullion cap, which is an entirely different video, which I'll also link in the description below. So you get reputation and about half your daily treasury notes for your gold bullion grind, which bakes into the rewards, which will be timestamped in this video as well. It's a little complex, but once you do it a few times, you'll be on your way. The next part of this guide is the secondary small options for additional reputation. You can do these, most of these, as many times as you want in a day, but they give you way less reputation. There are 2 main breakups between this. There's the Ohio River Adventures for Raider reputation only. And we will go there real quick and I'll show you on the map. It's right here, Ohio River Adventures. 50 caps, ouch, whatever. Alright, so we're here, and there's 2 main parts for the Ohio River Adventure for Raider reputation. The first being Fishbones. You talk to him, and he starts a mini engaged quest where a bunch of Mirelurks swarm the area. You take them out, you talk to him, he gives you reputation. You can be hopping servers and spamming the H out of this. The second one is here with Black Eye. She's got a little bit of dialogue, and you have a choice to donate Mirelurk products. I've got some Mirelurk products for you. And the other thing with this is you have a choice between regular Mirelurk meat, soft Mirelurk meat, eggs, and queen Mirelurk meat. They all give you 10 reputation besides the queen, which gives you 25. So I'd always do that. I mean, if you're in the situation where you're trying to grind as much as possible, then you probably want that tip as well. I would recommend just hopping servers until you get Swarm of Suitors up in over here near the Pioneer Scout Camp. Do that event. Mirelurk usually always spawns. Kill it, bring the meat down here, and you're good to go. Then you get an event out of the way and get some more treasury notes as well. The next part of the optional unlimited amounts of reputation are random events. Random events are all over the map and are happening constantly. They spawn absolutely everywhere. It's primarily where you see just raiders or settlers in some kind of encounter with either other factions, so raiders versus settlers, or they're fighting with like wolves and common enemies. So with these, they give you 10 reputation if it's random enemies like wolves and super mutants, and 25 if it's a faction versus faction. So if you did 10 of those, then that would be the same as getting 250 rep, which would be the donating your reward from vital equipment daily. So like as you can see, it takes a lot, but if you're in the market with a bunch of time here, you can keep grinding these. So you might think, where are these? The two main places I like to go is Marigold Pavilion and Slow Comes Joe. So we'll go to Marigold real quick and I'll show you. Alright, Marigold Pavilion. We got an encounter up here. Looks like settlers. They're already shooting something. Make sure they engage in combat or it does not count. They're clearly engaging. Clear the area. There's usually a few settlers. This is a creature encounter, so it's 10 reputation. Simple as take him out, and then to end it, you talk to, oh, almost done. Done. Bam, you see it pop up. You got a little bit of reputation. It's a sliver, but 10 is 10, right? But when you're trying to go from neighborly to ally, and then you need 12,000, that's a lot. The second place is, as I previously showed you on the map, is So Comes Joe. We'll travel here real quick. Alright, and we come here, and there's wolf spawn. It's usually what you see every time. So not another faction, but just an enemy one. They've clearly engaged. Looks like they're all dead. Talk to the settler. Sometimes they do it themselves. And there, it pops up, and we're done. So those are the main ways of getting it. Doing the main quests and completing all the options correctly and going as far as you can in each to get as much initial reputation is a key part. Then you want to make sure you're doing all 3 dailies every single day. That's a ton of reputation. It's in the hundreds for each daily. As you can see, that takes a huge chunk out of the first reps where you need 3,000 or 6,000 and up. And then you can keep spamming events and the Ohio River Adventure area for additional 10 and 25 reputation bumps. They add up, but they take a lot of time. I personally didn't grind a whole lot of these, but I made just to finish off the settlers. The last part of this video is quickly to go over the rewards that are built into this reputation system. They all take gold bullion to purchase, and I'll put the settlers, like just the names and the amount of bullion for each one on the screen real quick. I'm not going to go into each one with a picture. There are a ton, and you can look into these yourself if you are interested. For settlers, under cautious, I don't know why you can get stuff, but you can get the flare and cattle prod. And then friendly, there's not too much you care about there. I mean, maybe you do, that's fine. And then neighborly, the Chinese stealth armor is obviously a hit item there. It's 4,000 bullion. It's insane. I don't know anybody that's actually had to buy that. That would take forever to grind and a total waste. So when you're doing the main quest, make sure you get that for free, because you just get that straight up for free in there. I can't imagine spending 5,650 gold bullion to unlock that. And then ally, it's all the Gosh shotgun stuff and the turbo furt, and that's about it. I would say the water well, turbo furt, and the Gosh shotgun are probably the main things you're looking for in that one. Next I'll throw up on the screen is the raiders, and you get dynamite right at the bat at cautious, and then friendly. The backpack mod's kind of cool if you're doing like a junkie build or something. The floater grenades are not worth it. And let's just keep going down this. Skip. And then allied gas minigun stuff. You big gun builds obviously will love that. It's absolutely insane. It does incredible damage, and I'd recommend getting it. And then lastly is the Amco ammunition construction appliance for 750 gold bullion. That is awesome. It creates about 200 ammo an hour of anything you want. It doesn't include 2mm for gas, but 5.56 and common ammunitions are under that. I would highly recommend getting it. It does not take power. You just slap it down and you get free ammo. Really, really cool. Secondary is, I'll throw that up on the screen here real quick, and it's caution friendly and ally, so that just means if you get to any of these with either of the reputations, it unlocks these, and it is basically just bow plans. The compound bow is pretty cool. The flaming arrow is probably the best on it, and the plasma ones look really cool, but they don't work with my mutation, so that's really that. So the gold bullion is, like I said, dailies through treasury notes and whatnot. There's a few other ways. I'll throw a link in the description for the gold bullion guide if you guys are interested. I appreciate that. And you buy these at 2 different places, and I'll teleport there really quick and just show you in case you're curious. So to turn in gold bullion for faction rewards, you go to Foundation for the Foundation Settler reputation with our boy Samuel. And there you go. Also around this corner is the gold press machine to trade in T-notes. And then we'll teleport up back to Crater real quick. And we're here in Crater again to look where you turn in the reputation gold bullion. Shoot down this hall. It's inside, which is kind of annoying. And then it's our boy Mortimer. And then as you can see, you can trade with him. And also the gold press is over here. I think we went over almost every possible detail for the reputation, the Wastelander update. I hope you learned something. I know it was a little bit of a noob-friendly walkthrough, but I thought I would just give you exactly what you needed. I'll put all the timestamps below. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please like the video and please subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thanks. Until next time. Bye.